And as I looked down, all I could see ke madi mo sefatlhegong sa ngwana. And he wasn't crying at the time. He only cried because itse ha ke mo lebella ke mmona a re tlosa madi ke nna ke screaming ka mo tshosa. But at the time ana sa le go lla for us to pick up gore ke ngwana o lemetseng ka ntwe eo e ne le banging sound. And at that time, I don't want to lie to you, nothing in my mind told me gore it could be a gun. Because we didn't even hear the gunshots because this thing in etsagala ya batho ba ba thunyang e ne se gaufi, in the same space or anything. So obviously we panic. Habi and my brother-in-law ne ba le ko roomong e ka montle but in the same yard. So they obviously came, have the screams and stuff. Then I was like, okay, let's rush him to hospital. On my way, ne ke maile like lesela le metsi. You've got that thing ya re ngwana ka like don't do this, even though you don't know gore ke eng, but wa bona or there's this big thing ka mogare. But in my head ke ntse ke ipotsa gore ntwe e tseneng ngwana ka it's almost sliding door. Nothing says bullets. Until we got to Landmed, fine, ba checka ngwana, there were like so many people around.
Hello and welcome back to the Hope Revolution podcast. My name is Mraro and I will not be your presenter for the day. But fortunately, I've got a capable member of my team who's going to join you and carry you through the story. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We really love the love that you guys are giving us, and we really appreciate the engagement, the comments, the shares, and everything that you guys are doing to keep us relevant as a channel. Remember, the platform is for people who want to share their story, people who want justice, people who are looking to also share the lessons learned in whatever experiences that they've had, so that you and I can begin to learn those lessons and implement them when we reach those challenges. Guys, thank you so much, and I hope you will enjoy this amazing episode. Cheers.
Sanbonani dumelang absheni ndirienda. Welcome again at Hope Revolution podcast. I'm your host Upapi, and I'm hambing at Obafetu. I'm with Uaus Lerato. She's here to share her story. Sisi.
Hello, Papa.
Oh, sharp.
Yeah, I'm surviving.
You're surviving. Yeah, hey, we have to try, man. We have to try by the grace of God, ne?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Ausilerato, can you just tell us a little bit more about yourself? Ausilerato kwako kai utswa kai?
Okay. Ke Lerato, ke tswalwa ka Teddy, but then ke nyetswe kwa Rathabe, hence my TikTok name ile Mathabe. Ke tswetswe in Joburg and brought up here. And yeah, I got married when I was 19, and I've been with the same guy. And yeah, we have 5 beautiful kids. We birthed 4 and adopted 1. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Oh wow, what an inspiration, hey? You married with 5 kids. It shows hore hona lerato ko family. You adopted 1. And yeah, and how has it been to be a married woman? Because I know that it's not easy for everyone.
I think for me it's been interesting. It's been a beautiful journey because I count my blessings ka monaka because he's not a typical guy like I normally say. So we've been just more like friends. Kimita mati, umpita mati, or mommy or daddy. So it's been a beautiful journey. Look, it's challenging, especially when it comes to in-laws and stuff, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. What advice could you give to people who are willing or who are wishing to get married one day?
The main advice, it's about the two of you more than anything, Yes, ka setso, as Black people, we say you get married into a family. The most important thing is the person that actually brought you to that family. Communication and being completely honest with each other. For me, I feel like that's what made it work.
Yeah.
And prayer. Most importantly, actually, it's prayer.
It's prayer, ne? So you guys go to church?
I go to church.
You go
but
to
we
church?
do pray together, yes.
But Habi I church?
No.
One day maybe I'll join a church.
No, I think when the time is right, it will happen.
Yeah, ne?
Yeah.
All right. So, ko family wena ko golang o le gola le batswadi ba lona ba le raise ba le godisa, how many were you, how many siblings do you have?
So I come from a big family as well. Re 7 between mom and dad, right? So my oldest siblings, the other two, I never really had a relationship with them growing up because they never got to stay with us, right? So ke gotse le mama le papa and my other 3 siblings, right? Four siblings. I think I'd like to think we had a beautiful, Khodiso, even though it was hard, Sutlago was a real thing, but we had loving parents. My dad was very strict. I'm very grateful for that, but ke nagana gore re godisitswe sentle.
Ka lerato.
Yes.
Ntse le ya church kaofela ko ntlong na at that time.
My dad was that type. I was like, so like it was not an option. You had to go to church.
Yeah.
You had to go to church.
So maybe one day you must look at barke manghabi o mo kielle le wena. Or no, re ya church, and then if you say church aye okay.
Ke sona ka motho a ka yo.
Ke sona ne? Yeah. So yeah, man. How has life been, like in general, your life, how has it been?
So I'd say gore life before my son's event, which is the reason why I'm here, life was good. Life was coming along, I think, sentle, according to God's plan, obviously, and timing. But the reason why ke past tense, so gore life was good, it's because since my son's incident, life has not been the same. Not only for me, maybe from mental and emotional space, but even go high, because it didn't only affect him physically. He's got what I'm hoping is not a long-term physical effect, because he can't speak. He's 4 now. And also my husband, Nikki Mita, died hard because he was never sick in the years that we've been together. But after my son got shot, he developed severe panic what disorder, where he can't even be in places where there's a lot of people. He even ended up being admitted. And it's sad because he's a very quiet person. You never know how he feels about anything. So it's difficult for me to confirm hore ka tota ke yone mo affectileng, or maybe it triggered something maybe from his childhood or whatever. You never know, but I can say he's a different man now. Yeah.
I think that's the problem ka rona machita, man. Most machita men cannot speak out.
Yeah.
Ababui, like we just bottle up things.
Exactly.
And it is a time ticking bomb. So, but otherwise, let's just hope. We know it's not easy for him as well. But what do you do, Eloring, you enjoy the most? When you call it a therapy session, alone, without consulting and talking to people, maybe having fun, to say you unwinding.
I relied on alcohol for a long time.
Is it?
After my son's incident. I found tattoos therapeutic. So I think ke binge it on them as well, because you feel like at least it's relieving something, you know? But it's not. So no, Yana, I can't even say hore. Maybe, I don't know, maybe praising and worshiping. But you get to a point where sometimes unalu feel like God himself failed you, you know? But at the same time, you look at your situation and other people that have gone through the same or similar things, maybe they didn't survive. So it kind of brings me back to be appreciative, or rather grateful, or at least I still have my son, regardless of his condition.
So, how was, okay, so currently, Mwana sharp at all?
Look, he looks like a normal child. But it's the speech part that is not there yet.
Okay, so what really happened to Mwana?
Okay, so Kadi 22 October 2022, right? Nerili ko my mom go Protea Glen go extension 16. They call it Glen Reach. And the reason why we were there together as a family is because my older sister's late son was turning a year old. So that day, re kopane as a family, ra ya ko lebitleng la ngwana, sort of celebrated, and then we came back ko mama, ra etsa braai to sort of celebrate the late son. So kabo 10 in the evening, re dutse ka mo tlung, not even outside, right? My mom could like ne ke dutse ka mo lounge, ne re dutse bana ba busy ka di phone and stuff. So my mom walked past couch e ne ke dutse mo pela yon. My son was standing like mo mangweleng. So as my mom walked past, ra utlwa this banging sound. And then automatically we all thought gore ke mama, because ha fetsa go feta o na a bula sliding door. So automatically we thought, no, maybe go na le ntho e wileng mo sliding door e mmitsitse or something. But then Ramona re a girl o sharp. And as I looked down, all I could see ke madi mo sefatlhegong sa ngwana. And he wasn't crying at the time. He only cried because itse ha ke mo lebella ke mmona a rutlusa madi ke nna ke screaming
your
ka mo
reaction.
tshosa. But at the time ana sa le go lla for us to pick up gore ke ngwana o lemetseng ka ntho eo e ne le banging sound. And at that time, I don't want to lie to you, nothing in my mind told me gore it could be a gun. Because we didn't even hear the gunshots, because this thing in etsagala ya batho ba ba thunyang e ne se gaufi, in the same space or anything. So obviously we panic. Habi and my brother-in-law ne ba le ko roomong e ka montle, but in the same yard. So they obviously came, haba the screams and stuff. Then I was like, okay, let's rush him to hospital. On my way, ne ke maile like lesela le metsi. You've got that thing ya like, don't do this, even though you don't know gore ke eng, but wa bona or there's this big thing ka mogare. But in my head ke ntse ke ipotsa ntho e tseneng ngwana ka e tswa mo sliding door. Nothing says bullet. Until we got to Landmed, fine, ba checka ngwana. There were like so many people around the bed, ba mo checka, and then ba misa x-ray, and then comes the nurse or the doctor. I guess ba itu ba mpiletsa mo sighting, and they're like, mama, report e re ngwana ke bullet. I'm like, bullet? They're like, yeah, be honest. O ska tshaba
or
bua,
boots
wena
or
le ntate, ne le lwana, maybe a thunya. I'm like, no, mara like la re ka lwana, re ka se lwane ka di bullet. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
There's no way bullet e tswang kae.
How?
So I really felt, to be honest, like bampotsa nonsense at that time. But anyway, I had to take whatever they were telling me. Then they stabilized ngwana and admitted him in ICU. Then obviously we spent the night, go spetlele. The following day, I woke up. I'd like to think between my husband and I, he's got his strong points. But like when it comes to sebiti, I think I've got more sebiti than him. So that's why I kind of, especially, similar things. So I went and opened an attempted murder case the following day, go Protea North Police Station, because Ibaibala is Protea Glen. There's actually 2 branches. So I opened a case of attempted murder. And then obviously then it was me up and down the hospital, Spetlele, Lehabi, and the rest of the family, right?
So kopa ukhatsa so how about ke bullet go spetlele? And then what was going on in your mind? Because now you thought it's something exciting from go sliding door. Now all of a sudden ke bullet, and then it's okay. Did they show you the bullet or ki yona ki ye?
No, they just showed me a report, like the X-ray report.
And then
mo tlhogong yaka ke ne putso as long a bona ngwana ka fetsa ba sharp spetlele se ke lo sua, because why ba re ngwana ka na le bullet?
How?
Because o enka ka e bullet.
Wow.
Like in my head ne ke putso ba mpotsa nonsense. But anyway, what confirmed for me gore it's really a bullet. It's obviously when now we're in the street, but yes, as wena fela ke nko wena. Sending pictures in the community groups. There was another 8-year-old apparently and then we found out after the investigating officer Hakibula Casey, I go that address that ANC members funeral. Maybe it's a barbecue, actually. That's how they refer to it. And they found a lot of cartridges there. That's when I got the confirmation. I think I made peace. Yeah, I made peace with it. gore ka nnete ke bullet. Unfortunately, the bullet was lodged in his head for 7 days. They only removed it after 7 days. He had a successful surgery, like they had to open literally such a big wound. But it went well. That was on the 29th of October. And on the same day, I remember I had to leave Spetlele while they were busy with him. Because the ballistic forensics ne batla kgona hore ba check gore where is this bullet coming from. So I left Spetlele and went home. They did what they needed to do, and those are the people that gave me confirmation or the bullet definitely came from that address, right? And at the time, I already have ANC members in the community group claiming that I'm looking for attention. I will soon issue an apology statement because ngwanaka has nothing to do with them. But I said to myself, you know what? No, Yana, the most important thing is ngwanaka beshap. Didingata ke tla di bona after. Fine, when I had an operation successfully and the ballistic forensics bare batla tsali bullet after the operation, batla ilata bona ko spetlele so that they can go balo testa gore sethunya or rather bullet e tswa ko sethunyeng se feng. Fine. Then before Ngwana got discharged, came Batuba ANC branch here that side. I remember one of them ke Soli libitso la hae. They came as Batuba eleng hore bana le rona. They are here for us, and you know, like batlo tsamaya tsela e le rona until we get answers, until we get the justice that we deserve, and they will support in any way. Fine, we accepted that. And then they suggested a welcome home party or victory party or something like that. My baby sister even asked them, are you guys trying to bribe us so that you can go tomorrow, Lere? We've sorted this out, Lere family. They assured us, no, that's not what it is. We are just celebrating this miracle baby. The fact that o survivile, such a horrible thing. Fine. Ngwana eventually got discharged. And then Badira, that welcome party, they hosted it at my mom's. So my older sister works for this organization and her husband, right? So fine, they did what they needed to do or what they felt they needed to do, even though, to be honest, we didn't understand the reason the party. But we went with it because, you know? You will not believe me when I tell you that was the last day I saw those people or heard from them. They completely started ignoring me because that's when I started to say, guys, you said you'll be there. Key a case number. Pushing. I want to know who did this. And I want the person to go on apatari. Then they completely started ignoring me. Instead, I later found out 29 when my child was being operated. The counselor at that site, I forgot his name, unfortunately, but I do have the letter to prove. He released an official statement without interacting with me as the mother, or at least ntate wa ngwana or nkgono wa ngwana released an official statement saying they condemn shooting what, and then declared my son deceased. My son who was being operated on that particular day. And that was okay. There's nothing that I'm supposed to do about that. There's nothing that I'm supposed to fight.
He never
over and above.
He never actually came to you or communicated with you even before. They just concluded, the baby is deceased.
Mm-hmm. That's it. They declared my baby deceased.
Sure.
So even Hane Baidira, that victory party or whatever, he wasn't there. He wasn't there because I wanted Hane answer statement. Like una a confirmation le se bete sa gore o re ngwana ke usule o soka bua le nna. But fine, I guess we focused more recovery ya ngwana. we had to move ngwana ko Potch because my husband is originally from Potch. So my mother-in-law was available and willing to help with the baby. Mama gonna feel a bit uncomfortable because the incident happened ko gagage.
Yeah.
So I think Lena nanali that guilt, especially because before it's a bullet, una fetsa go feta mo. So if she had passed a second or two later, pila nke ibethile yena. Wa bona? So ebe ke tshwanna gore ke ise ngwana ko Potch, a nna ko Potch. He only came back last year, actually, last year. And then fine, obviously now ke festive season, bana ba chaka anyway, we try and be okay and focus on other things, hoping gore ke tlo thola update mo casing. The only update I got ka di 23 of February was an SMS from SAPS telling me the case is closed.
Ha.
That was it. They just sent me an SMS to say the case is closed. That was the day where, actually before I get there, the day after my son got shot, I happened to have number ya Ntate Panyaza Lesufi because I think a year or two before that, I was asking for his help ka go tsenya ngwana ko sekolong. And then I still had the number. So I sent him a WhatsApp the day after my son got shot, explaining, well, this is what has happened. He ignored me, right? So anyway, fast forward back to now after the SMS yauri, Casey Itswetswe. On that day, I made sure I get number ya Ntate Begicel, who was the minister at the time. I called him. I explained my story to him. And obviously, I was very frustrated. Ke gopela ebile ne ke lla mo founung gore case ya ngwana ka e tswala yang so soon, you know. Abare kona no mama ngicela ukuthi u SMS I case number yomntwana negama ne number le investigating officer ngizoyibheka. I SMS'd. He ignored me. So I had to carry on. I went to police station that same day as well to get answers from the investigating officer. Investigating officer, I think, Ntate Solomo. I wanted answers or ukwala yang case. His answer to me was that he can't leave the case open while he's waiting for the ballistic forensics gore ba check gore pila bullet e tswa kae. So go keep a docket or ba ibitsa eng o tshwantse a e tswale, then o tla e bula gape ha setse a kry feedback from the ballistic forensics. That was his
Does it make sense?
I had to take what he's saying. Ke ena motho wa molao. You know, I don't like, I don't know who's not nka mo phegisa. You are telling me what you are telling me, and it's okay.
And at that time, obviously, you're also defeated because of the situation.
Completely defeated. And that's when my husband started getting sick. Because I think after it happened, he never dealt with it or spoke about it as always. And then I believe he had hope. Like, batlo re thusa batho ba either ba ANC batlo re thusa or mapodisa a tlo re thusa. And coming to the realization ya gore actually no one cares, I think it messed him up. Because that's when he started getting sick, getting unnecessary panic attacks. I mean, going to a shop, go pick and pay, something he used to do every day without fail. He couldn't do it anymore. He actually got admitted for the 21-day mental health thingy because he was just not coping. He was not coping.
Even now,
I don't think he is. But like I said, habui, you know, habui. And I think for yena o berekisa gym as therapy. So I guess that works for him. But and this is what frustrates me, because I understand people expect me to be okay because my son is alive. Look, I am grateful that my son is alive. But it does not change the fact that this incident happened. It gave him a lifetime scar. It gave us lifetime scars because emotionally and mentally we're not okay. You know? And you ask yourself, if Noya Nangwana is 4 and he can't speak, O tla be a le jwang when he's 16? Will he be able to cope with life? Who's taking accountability for that? Who's going to ensure hore this child is covered at least medically? Who's going to do that?
Yeah.
No one, because no one cares. No one cares.
Now you can imagine this thing it will for the rest of his life.
The rest of his life. And this is why I feel like I'm not fighting enough. I'm not fighting enough for him. And ke na le fear ya gore ha gola o tlo mputsisa gore mara mami o nlwanetse jwang. What did you do gore ke create justice? Ke tlo reng? Ne ke tshaba the big shots. Ne ke tshaba people with power. It can't be right.
It can't be.
It can't be right. Because, and I think for now, I've got so much anger. I would be like, anger again, I can't even act on it because o acta mo go mang.
O etsa eng, o bua le mang, wa reng.
You know, and then you've got family members, not even batho ba ko strateng, family members.
Ba leng close le batho ba ka buang ba ka yeah.
And ba feel hore I'm unreasonable for blaming the ANC because it's not the ANC, it's the individual. My only question is, what is the ANC without its members? That particular individual that you are saying when I must blame the individual. What would the ANC be without that member? And the protocol, when they lose one of their members, is it the individual's protocol or is it a tradition that they've created as an organization? Because that's why I want them to be accountable. All I want is for them to be accountable. People don't get it. And you know, you may say sorry to me now because maybe I'm telling you the story. But the minute you turn your back, it won't affect you the way it's affected me because go and I diragala. Go nna diragetse. And go nna ke na le reminder every single day. Every single day.
Yo, I'm really sorry, man. I'm really, really sorry.
No, it's okay.
I understand it's painful and it's something every day. You can't run away from.
Unfortunately, but you know, if Barry, I can't run away from it and it happened that one time and my child was unfortunate, it's fine. Maybe ne ke tla fitla mo pointing e leng hore ke tla amogela. But you've got the same people ba ANC this past weekend, ne? There's a veteran that passed away in our street. Now I'm in Protea North. That's where I stay. In our street, go tlhokofetse veteran ya bona. Tell me, why are they shooting still? Because they know about the story. They know about it. To a point where they started on the Sunday after this person passed. Batlile. And then Hanze Batunya, my 8-year-old, came running inside the house. Natlala kamo jarateng, but outside. Abutwa kage abrai. Are mami, Batunya hape ba etsa the way ne ba etsa ka teng ha Batunya OB. It's not just my trauma, guys.
Yeah,
One understand?
Everyone.
It shows you who Lengwana still has that thing. No yana how sheba kina ko ya eng kina ko di exam. Yes, ntatola ha bula ke rona, guys. I know I may sound insensitive, but ntatola ha bula ke rona for batle re tlhorisa in our own homes because the minute o thunya ore e tlo fella kae again. When you know there's been not only my son's incident, so many other people. But you continue doing it. I went. I approached them. Kababozor, ke kopa well motoling in charge of whatever that's going on here. That's when I took the video that's on TikTok. Kabotsa hore ke kopa nna ntho ile etsang. Ke na le trauma ka yona.
Ke na le badi la yona.
Yes. Ka be ka ya le ngwana ebile ka ba bontsha le badi, the actual badi mo ngwaneng. Ke kopa le stopping go etsa.
Ke a le kopa.
Wa understand? Ka tlhompho ebile a ka batella. You know? Abudolong ka rebile hore ke protocol. And he cannot control it. He can mention it, but he can't control it. It's protocol. The person that passed away was a very important veteran. We don't matter. For me, what it said, Kuru, we don't matter. They do not care.
Your child is not as important as they think.
In fact, they became dismissive because by yeah, we know about this case. We know about this case. And you know what? Actually, that night we never slept. We made sure we catch those people. I don't know about it. Umangantale batch are general what are batho ba ba thuntseng ngwana were two criminals traveling in a stolen car and they've been apprehended.
Yeah.
Jwang, ke nna ke butseng attempted murder case. How do I not know about it?
And why kwetswe if le hore batho ba ile ba tshwarwa?
One tlhaloga, it's been 3 years. How come bona ba itse batho ba ba tshwerweng nna ke ba itse? I didn't argue with them. I walked away.
And even the investigators hanga tla o jwetsa rona le batho ba ile ba tshwarwa?
Nothing. I walked away. That was on the Sunday. The Monday, I go police station. Ke kopa station command, who's never available whenever I'm looking for him. And I found one of the officers on actually the ballistic forensics back then. Then I asked him, ki utlwile ka bo abuti ba ithu ba ko ANC, the one who's talking to my mom and my husband in the TikTok video, as well as the other one in that same video. Hona lo mo ka re o tshwere tshipinyana yana ke tsu lemetse lentu or what. That's the one on sitseng badge and assured me or batho ba tshwere. That officer told me straight to my face, there's no such thing. You would be the first person if ne ba tshwere batho bao. So this is what frustrates me and brings me to the conclusion here. Clearly someone is protecting someone in my son's case. It's just that we don't have enough power. We're not important enough. At least the justice. The justice.
Closure, man.
Nothing. They don't care. They don't care.
So mama ujwang yena so far, because obviously imo affectile too much considering hore etsa itse kontlong ya hae at that time and whatnot. How is she now?
My mom is not coping, but ophela ka mohau, I think. You know? She's 74. Even today she was supposed to come with me, but she couldn't. Mabane uno wafela. We don't know what happened. And ke feel or ha cope because o tswile fruwa mpotsa o lorile ngwana ba matla gape ko sepetlele or something, but they have to reopen the wound. Khona le ntwe ba isileng. And for me it told me hore mentally it's messing her up. Sharp. And she's caught in the middle because batho ba bagolo are loyal to ANC for the right reasons back then. It's not the same ANC now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, also loyal to me as ngwana gagwe le tlogolo sa gagwe. So ke feel or le yona eo ya mo compromise thata. Plus the fact that ngwana gagwe o mong o berekela the same organization, you know? So I get mara nna ntho ke batlang ke gore ngwana ka a thole justice, and ANC must pay for my son. They must pay, because if ne ke sena medical aid o ke leboga modimo every day, I don't think ngwana ka nke survive. I'm not bashing public hospitals, but I mean we see every day ditori tsa public hospital. I don't know, I cannot guarantee gore ngwana ka na tlo ba sharp. But what guarantee do I have for in the next 5, 6, 10 years ke tla be ke kgona mo cover with whatever medical expenses? Currently I need to be doing speech therapy. I can't afford it. It's expensive. I've got too many kids. You know? Who is taking accountability? Kimang. And why are they so silent about it? Why are they putting such a blind eye to it? What are they hiding? So I know that my life may be at risk because they probably think, the same way they said, I'll soon issue an apology statement. I will not. And I will not back down. I will not back down. Even if people can call me crazy, I never. And I will continue to hate that organization. I hate it.
And the fact that it's still happening, Lino.
Yes. I picked up the bullet. Ke dirile mosebetsi wa mapodisa. Because ke ba founetse bathunya on that Sunday, they didn't come. Ka ba founela on the Tuesday again, ba tlile ba re flag what ba emisa di flag for that funeral. Again, they were shooting. The police did not come. The Friday ya teng in gore stopo sa tla. Ba tlile labone ya teng. Ba thunya. Ka tsoga Friday ka topa di bullet ka mo nna ka disa go police station. Bampa OB number. Ba tswa monna. Ke tshwere di AK-47 ke di spent cartridges. Ke tsele mo koleng ke zamile o disa gape tse dintse ke di topileng ka Mantaga. No, ka Sontaga after the funeral ka Saturday. O tse gore batho ba go tshore ba ntse ba thunya from Sunday ela to Sunday e re tswang mo yona. Imagine the trigger. They don't care. Ke ele mo ke jigile le tsone di bullets because ba mpoditse gore ntate selo mo hayo le on Tuesday last week Friday ka the other ones hayo. So they can take them.
So haona motho o mongwe a ka o thusa.
No, because no one cares, Abuti, let's be honest. No one cares. At least not in that space.
And this whole thing king our law enforcement into disrepute, because obviously there's good police officers out there, and then there's still bad police officers out there. Is it incompetency or we don't know? But isinya libitso la SAPS. We all know, like for example, General Mkhwanazi is a very, very good and a loyal police officer. But,
absolutely.
And he always mentions there's certain people by Loreng, they are good. There's certain people by saying sharp. And this whole thing, I think it sums it up in that state. So where to from here?
I actually don't know. The reason why I actually decided to come through, I'm really praying and hoping that this podcast will somehow help make more noise about my son's case. You know, it will somehow be seen by that one person who has the power to help me whichever way. Because you get people battle with I hope you sued, or did you sue them? Okay, where do I start?
Where do I start?
You know?
Who do I
I'm coming
contact?
here to say, please help me.
Please help me.
Guide me, because I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. And unfortunately, I'm indirectly too close to it because of the family members who are connected to it. Not that I'm saying they did anything.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is everyone protects their breed, I guess. So it's greed over humanity. But not at my son's cost.
And how's the relationship been between Wena and that family? How ailing close to Wena?
I've completely distanced myself. Not completely, but I've tried to distance myself, because I would imagine, and I give empathy by saying this, ne? But it's a fact. It's what I went through. Your son gets shot. And then there was elections. I don't know if it was last year or it was last of last year. It's May. The same family. Ke bona ba votelang the same party. They are even posting and proud of it. How do I feel? Ke nna ke dutse le ngwana ole wa lebadi mole. So because you don't understand my pain, and maybe you don't care enough, you will go back and boast about the same organization. You will. So I feel betrayed by my own family. But I still smile. Because I know gore Modimo ke ena tla ntwanelang more than anything. Modimo ke ena, if ka tota a meant gore ke kreye thuso, motho o tla e bonang through your podcast, o tla nthusa ha Modimo a ratile.
I think above all, re tloela everything ko Modimo. Considering everything e tsalang mo country ya rona, ha o tlhakatlhakane these days. So I think we leave everything to God, and we pray. As long as we pray, we know one day he's gonna answer. So what would you like to say to our viewers, to the people out there who are still fighting for justice? Because remember, Hope Revolution is all about justice, and it's justice for all. We want people to get justice. We want people to hear and listen to these kind of stories. People come, there's a lot of people who has not yet received any justice, and we want to see justice taking place. What sort of an advice or encouragement? I know at where you actually at right now, you wouldn't want to, or you wouldn't have the courage also to encourage someone because of the situation you're in. It's not easy, obviously. But what would you like to say to someone who's out there?
All I can say, Governor, is to try not to give up.
Not to give up.
Fight until your last breath for that justice that you want, because that's the peace that you at least deserve. The minute obali closure, because now you got that justice, you believe somewhere it does something to you. So don't give up on it. But to the people who are also not victims and seeking justice, I just hope South Africans can be a little bit more considerate of other people's experiences, traumas, and feelings. Because people can be so insensitive, So I just want to say, just be kind, guys.
Be kind.
Be kind, because how it's even to mong a itshwereng ka mogare ka
And I pray and I hope that Habi Abishab,
Thank you.
and please do encourage him to also go to church maybe. And I know it's not easy, but I think we get the healing that we're looking for once we start praying.
Absolutely.
If we pray to God, we feel better. It makes us feel much better. So even if you pray kontlung, and then I think it will still be better. But I hope that one day utloba shapu. It's not easy. It's not easy. It will never be easy. Yeah. And I can see you're a very strong person. And
That's right.
Nale a very strong personality. So continue praying to God. Morapele, the way we link and we hope one day justice will be served for your child. So in closing, how's he now? Like, how is he now? How mona every day? What is he doing? Ujwang nana. What is it that he enjoys doing mostly? Because we always said, but we always find a way of being happy sometimes.
Yeah.
So what is it that you think if we could do this more often, it will make him feel much better?
Sure. I feel like Obi really likes spending time with his family, especially Papa Gage. Hanal Papa Gage sharp. Obviously the cocomelon, like any other child. But he's slowly becoming a happier child. And I think the crutch now, because I think Khanyane ba montsha out of maybe that bubble as well. Kore ke motho e leng hore le ha Allah ha ntshe lentswe. Ulla o tlo bona ka dikeledi okay, this person is crying, but ane ba ntshe lentswe like ngwana gore he wants. Ulla a ka situ. So I'm just praying and hoping hore re tlo feta from that phase. Re tlo khona hore a ntshe mantswe re mutlo hore o reng eventually. But he looks like a normal child, like I said. Yeah.
No, I think I'm hoping one day we'll come visit Lerona as Hope Revolution. Re tlo chaka re tlo bonana re engage le yena. I would love to meet him. So I hope and pray hore modimo tla re fa nako eo ya re tle re tlo mo bona.
I hope so too.
Yeah. So ke kwala mama, is there anything o batlang o re jwetsa yona?
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to once again try and get help for my son. That's all I can say. Thank you.
Thank you very much also for coming through and utlor share la story sa hao.
No problem.
And we hope and pray or someone utlo utla and would probably help. No one.
I hope so too. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Guys, thank you for tuning in to Hope Revolution podcast, and we really appreciate the support. We really appreciate the engagement, and you liking our posts, you liking our episodes, and adding those subscriptions. We really, really appreciate. Word of the day, never give up. One day justice will be served. Thank you very much, guys. Until next time, goodbye.
you.